Hey folks, Crazy Climber 80 here again. Yeah, this time we're going to look at a game called Ataxx, and this was created by the Leland Corporation in 1990. And it is a strategy game. It is pretty similar to an old game called Reversi or Othello, or Go, I think, in which you move pieces one at a time, and you can move them one space, or you can move them 2 spaces, and you try to claim the most amount of your opponent's pieces before the time runs out. And this was pretty popular. I saw this at numerous arcades back in the day. It's definitely got a fetching bit of strategy to it, and it, like I said, it's got this creepy space age look to it, in which there's several space monsters that play against you. When you're playing just one player versus the computer, you cannot select an alien. You don't really have a face, but you will select which alien you want to play against. And there are 5 different aliens, and from easiest to hardest, there is Colony, Drool Man, Mush Man, Gorgon, and Cephalo Man. And you can just keep playing as much as you want. There's really no ending. But you can move one space. If you do, you just create a new space out of an existing, or create a new piece out of an existing piece. And if you move 2, then that piece itself will move over too. And you have a limited amount of time. If the time runs out, you lose. If the round ends, if all the spaces are filled up and you have less points than your opponent, you lose. So you want to try to fill up all the spaces and end up having more points than your opponent. Being right next to any surrounding opponent pieces in any of 8 directions, you will claim all of those that you are touching. And the white tiles cannot be landed on. And the configuration of the 4 white tiles will change from one matchup to another. We'll go ahead and get started. You get to put in your initials, and you also get to put in your date of birth, which is kind of cool. That was actually somewhat common in a number of Leland games. And you get to put in the year of your birth. Yeah, I'm fairly old. Well, I hope you all had a Merry Christmas, folks, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your holidays. Yeah, let's start with the easiest. The easiest begins at the bottom, and that's Colony. Yeah, this is kind of cool. A strategy I would suggest, even though I'm really not that good at this game, is maybe just kind of build up your numbers early on. And again, if you just move one space next to a piece you already have, you will create a new space, or a new piece out of that piece. You can move a maximum of 2 spaces. Doesn't have to be straight. It can be at a bit of an angle. You will hear the opponent go ooh or you know, if they yeah, see, I tried to move too far. You can't move more than 2. You will hear it react when it makes a good move or when you make a good move. Very creepy looking game, but it's definitely a good challenge. note that if you jump multiple spaces, the space you left will be open to the opponent. Oftentimes, it's a good idea to be kind of conservative, and move only one space if you can help it, so that the space you left is taken up by the old piece. Sometimes you can get yourself screwed so that you can't move multiple spaces. Even if you get down early on in a matchup, don't panic. There's plenty of time for you to be able to take over the lead. Yeah, see, it's nice when you only have to move one space, and you can still take out a bunch of opponents' pieces. Now they can't get through that area to take out any of those reds. You can, of course, end a round early by taking out all the opponent's pieces. But yeah, you cannot go land on the white tiles. And again, the position of those white tiles will change from matchup to matchup. You get to keep continuing if you beat an opponent, and now there's just me, so I just have to fill in the spaces. And I won. But yeah, again, from easiest to hardest, there is Colony, Drool Man, Mush Man, Gorgon, and Cephalo Man. Cephalo Man's really hard. But this is just gives off such a creepy vibe, but it's a cool strategy game. And like I said, it's based on Reversi, I believe, and Go, or Othello. And now we'll face Drool Man. Just such disgusting space creatures. It's kind of stupid, but in MAME, if you lose, you can just continue again without even putting in a credit. I think that's wrong. I think that's not supposed to happen in the arcade version. But if you do lose, you get bumped down one match. I mean, bumped down a level. So if I beat Drool Man and then lose to Mush Man, I get knocked back down to Drool Man for the next matchup. But again, MAME doesn't make you spend a credit to continue. I mean, you can, but you don't have to, which is kind of dumb. The higher up you get in a ranking against an opponent, oh damn, what was I gonna say? The more time you will get. But again, if you get way down early, don't panic. Just moving one correct space can really tip the odds in your favor. But yeah, I remember seeing this at a number of arcades. I think the first one I saw it was a nickel arcade. This is definitely worth checking out. I never really had the patience for strategy games too much. Yeah, they didn't. That wasn't a very good trade-off. I took out 3 of theirs, and they took out 1 of mine. And there, I'll take out 3 of theirs. Yeah, just like that. Hey, I just jumped up in front, and now I get to put in the last 3 pieces. Ta-da! And so I beat Drool Man. And next I will face Mush Man. But yeah, if you beat Cephalo Man, the hardest guy, it doesn't matter. You get to just go back and pick any other opponent you want to face next. Yeah, if you play 2-player simultaneous play, then I think you get to pick. You get to play against each other as different aliens. But if you're just playing 1 player, see, I just didn't put in a credit, and I gotta continue. Or I mean, later on, you'll see that I didn't put in a credit to continue when I lost. And I don't know that that's right in the arcade version. I don't think I played the arcade version, but I did see it. I mean, back in the day. Yeah, it's kind of interesting figuring out when you want to be aggressive, move a piece a long ways off to take out numerous opponent pieces, or when it's better to be conservative and just move 1 space in order to ensure that you have another piece in its wake. If you screw up, if you select a piece and you didn't want to select that piece, you can just click the little pointer on that piece and you'll forego moving that piece, and you can decide on a different piece to move. That's nice. I took out 5. I just love little creepy facial expressions that the monsters give. Yeah, again, you get more time as you get further in the game and defeat more opponents. With practice, you should be able to take out 1 or 2 opponents. But yeah, the difficulty starts to really spike. Again, I hope you had a very nice Christmas today. I got to spend a little time with my folks. All my relatives live close by, which I guess is nice. I'm not a big fan of family gatherings, but it could have definitely gone worse. Oh, that was a good move. But yeah, don't panic if you get down early. There's plenty of spaces left, and with the right moves, you can be right back in the game. I mean, within like 1 move. Just kind of get a feel for when to be aggressive and when to be conservative with how many pieces you move, or how many spaces you move. Oh, that was a good move. Yeah, you got me there. And you can go back and forth with an opponent over just 1 tile. I mean, they can move 1 and take out your pieces. You can move 1 and take out their pieces, and just keep going back and forth. Ah, dang it. Well, he beat me. But yeah, you'll see a timer tick down, and I think you're supposed to put in another credit to continue in the actual arcade game, but in MAME, you don't have to. You can just press a button and you'll play again, but you'll be demoted 1 ranking, and you'll have to go play Drool Man again. So I just pushed a button, I didn't put in a credit. And then I play Drill Man. And now here I put in a credit and chose to continue. And same thing. I'll just be demoted and play against Drool Man. Oh, weird. And now here's what it's like if you just let the time run out. You get your initials put in if you made the high score list, which I did. I got first place. But that's Ataxx, Ataxx, by the Leland Corporation in 1990. And we'll take a look at me playing against Gorgon and Cephalo Man. Here's Gorgon, or Gorgon, and again, it's not a bad idea to at first strengthen your numbers early on. This time we have 8 white tiles. There's just a different arrangement of the white tiles from matchup to matchup. I don't know why I did that move. That was dumb. I could have just moved one move with a different piece and taken out 2 with, just moving one space. Well, that will take out 3. But yeah, even though the game is creepy as hell, I do like the different faces the opponent makes when they either make a big move or when you make a big move. I could have moved it up there and taken out a group of them. Yeah, I didn't have the best strategy here, but I just I just wanted you to see me play the other opponents. So I will take a look at me playing Cephalo Man. It's such a creepy game, but it's definitely for those that like strategy games. That there's a lot to like. Leland Corporation, their best game might have been John Elway's Quarterback, or actually Iron Man Ivan Stewart's Super Off-Road. But yeah, you can hop over the white tile if that's the only tile in your way, but you can't land on it. It's creepy music, creepy graphics. I mean, good, well done graphics, but just kind of creepy vibe that you get from playing this game. But that was Ataxx by the Leland Corporation in 1990. Fetching strategy game, definitely worth checking out if you've never played it. Well, this is Crazy Climber Eddie, saying thanks for watching Ataxx by the Leland Corporation in 1990. Hope you enjoyed, and I hope you have a fantastic holidays, folks, and Merry Christmas. This is Crazy Climber Eddie, saying give your loved ones a hug, and hope you all have a pleasant holidays. I will catch you later in the future with my next video. Hope to see you then, everybody, and take it easy and stay warm. Bye-bye.